welcome to EverBank Stadium, football fans in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, a good one in store here. It's the LA Chargers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And we're underway from EverBank Stadium. With Quint Allen to return this. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out to former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
Promise and the potential, well, they've been with Lawrence his whole football life. From high school at Georgia to stardom at Clemson and even a playoff run in Jacksonville, it's just consistency. Week in and week out will be the next step for Trevor in his career.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. Pretty good start here for him. 6 yards on that opening play.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Lawrence working from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 8 on that one. That's good for a Jacksonville first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
See how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Gets this one to Myers. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. That'll go 15-yard gain. Jaguars have a first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
New set of downs from 37. First and 10, it's Lawrence. And that one falls incomplete. So it would have been a great catch. Still was a great effort. That brings up 2nd down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Back to the air, Lawrence. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
Intended for Travis Hunter.
numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Facing fourth down, the Jags electing to send out Cam Little for this field goal try. From the left hash, this is from 47. Little knocks it through. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
We'll call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season you won't. In that case, it went right through.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This is Hassan Haskins now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product Justin Herbert.
Herbert's one of these rare quarterbacks that when he is on, he makes this game look effortless and easy. Part of it's his throwing motion that's crisp and clean with great power. And it's also an athleticism. He'll make you pay with his legs, too. Man, he is just a joy to watch.
Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Complete out to the right side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Okay, what I love about that play, everybody can see the pass breakup, the knock away. You can see the result. What you don't see are the fundamentals. The corner's job of mirroring that route, being stride for stride, and then having the great anticipation and timing to knock it away.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Third and long for him here. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up 4th and long. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. Second drive coming up for the Jacksonville offense. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Here comes the screen for Etienne. And he's tackled for no gain.
specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
If you're keeping stats, that's now 0 for 2 on keeping drives going, and hopefully not an indicator of what's to come. You know, you don't convert on 3rd down. You're not only playing against your opponents, you start playing with your own psyche as well.
On 4th down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Chargers getting their offense set for their 2nd drive. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Herbert from the gun. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion, it made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Herbert now. Going with a screen to Hampton. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. To the back of the end zone. Oh, could way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. Took his shot at 6 that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's going to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Now the Jaguars getting set to go. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. Look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. 25. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Give him 32 on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on a play right up there. Come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, it's certainly more exciting for all of us to watch too.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's first down. Etienne gets it on his own read. Jukes away from one. Good run, gets him 7. That brings him 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. They go right back to Etienne. And they're backed up a bunch ahead of this third down, Brock, as this is out at least a few yards behind the line.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They'll air it out on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
They'll send Logan Cook out again for the punt. Darius Davis returning for the Chargers. The Charger offense making its way to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
And the Chargers, first down. A gain of 12.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Throwing on first is Herbert. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. 48, O'Rourke with the pick. And the Jaguars get the football on the first turnover of the contest. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make the play.
Trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Here's Etienne on first down. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Got
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Throw right side, caught by Thomas. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Can't slip that initial tackle, stop him for no gain on that first down play.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Lawrence looking to throw. They'll look underneath here for ETN. And this one doesn't go far.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play. Throw here, 3rd down. Got his man, Thomas has it. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. He got it, that's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
It's pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
ETN can't quite pass that line. They stop him at the 3.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal. Lawrence to throw it. And he sails that one over the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Lawrence on 3rd and goal. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
To try the extra points. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jags go up 10-zip here in the 1st. with the honors. Darius Davis to return it. Skips a defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. Complete here to Hampton. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Completed over the middle. And he will not get the first, but oh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. This gets the 1st and more. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. They strike for 23 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
1st and 10 from the 43. Out of the gun, here's Hampton. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. To the house, touchdown LA! The Chargers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make a quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers cut it to a field goal game.
Chargers 7.
Up and ready to boot it away. Bayshul Tootin now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Lawrence working from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And he has this to the opposing 35.
That's good for the Jaguars. First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Now, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
Trying it right side with Etienne. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our 1st quarter. Scoreboard shows 10-7. Back to EverBank Stadium in just a bit. We're back for the start of the 2nd quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he got what he could there, rolling to the 14. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Complete left side to Thomas. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And 4th and 4 coming up.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
A 29-yard attempt.
Little knocks it through. They'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On the return, it's Haskins. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Chargers take over.
Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Herbert now off the play fake. Taking a shot deep here. He's got it inside the 25. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
And the Chargers, 1st down. It's a gain of 53 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Hampton on the pitch. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
1st down run ended up nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. And the Jaguars are tackled close to their own end zone. But the important thing is they got that football back.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
The Jaguars send running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. And they're backed up just about as deep as they can be off the interception. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. On the ground to begin this drive with Etienne. And we will have this to up around about the 15-yard line. And gain 11 on that play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
That has got to be so demoralizing for that defense. You pin them back. It's a terrible field position. You run the ball, but they run it right down your throat and move the chains. That stings.
To the line and set. Here we go. 1st down. toss it to Etienne. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
First down throw, Lawrence. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Etienne gets it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First down from the 42. Etienne again. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do is try to force that 4th down. Gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. Let the cover guys go shut it down.
Jacksonville in punt formation. The dangerous Darius Davis on the return. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Hampton gets the handoff. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Herbert from the gun. On a quick slant, it's Johnston. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line. That one gains 7. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
All set now. 1st and 10. Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Was hoping to get that one to Keenan Allen. And now they face second down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
2nd and 10. Herbert trying again. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Now Herbert again. Johnson finds the football, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6. And the Chargers, first down. It's a gain of 6. First down.
And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. We're in a double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards.
Gain of 15 there. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Right side into the hands of Allen. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, that one right there was the ladder. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
It's Hampton on second. And they take him down right along the 30. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Brought in by Ganson. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at 19. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down, Los Angeles.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Throwing the out route complete. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Catch made. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. They send a tight end in motion. Vidal. Can't fight past that line, and they stop him at the 3.
That result right there probably takes the run out of the picture on 3rd and goal. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe this offense is looking at this at 4-down territory. This is where the fascinating mind games go.
Got to manage 3 yards here, 3rd and goal. They'll work against the blitz. And he can't escape. Jaguars all over him. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Dicker connects there. Cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
Makes the score.
That's the type of long, sustained drive. Take some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Tootin now on the return. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Jaguars then running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
The Jaguars.
More often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
We've set it down from 37. Going to the ground again on 1st. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. On the RPO, here's a throw to Thomas. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down.
Thomas Jr. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Lawrence here running the sneak. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
It's decision time for the offense after that one. If they're stopping you short on a 3rd down sneak, better be very careful going for it again.
timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Jaguars into punt formation. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. So just a minute 57 now remaining, Brock, in quarter number 2. Hang with us. More football coming up from EverBank. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Give him 24 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Herbert on 1st down. Pulled in by Allen on the sideline. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. He put everything he had into this one. Has it down close. And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers get some late points and the lead. Matt McConkey with a touchdown.
That quarterback knew he was going to wear one to get that throwaway, and he'll be happy to make that trade-off every single time when it leads to a touchdown.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead.
Chargers 17, Jaguars 13.
All lined up and ready to boot it away. Tootin now on the return. He dodged the tackle. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Jaguars, then running back Travis Etienne, trotting back out to the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Lawrence to throw it. across midfield, partner to the 48. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Lawrence with it on first. Now look underneath here for ETN. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is second and inches. Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Just build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
The things will be lacking, my bruh, so what are we lacking? I could point it down, so much that's around, better settle down, no point doing that, or they send the hounds, bite me in that, put me in the ground, turn me into ash.
So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34. Again, it's Lawrence to throw. Sends this to the end zone. And they're going to tag a defender with this one. So pass interference on the shot to the end zone, and now they're going to be set up on the goal line with a great chance to get the touchdown anyway. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's first and goal. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now it'll be second and goal. Ooh, sure looked like they were sitting on that slate, weren't they, Brock? If a route was going to beat them, it was not going to be that one.
Yeah, we see this route all the time, really at every level of football, because as a receiver, you just want to get inside that defender, and when you do, you hope to find that connection, but the contact knocked that sucker away.
Back to the air, Lawrence. And this is going to be a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars get some late points in the lead. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars push their lead to 3.
Chargers 17.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On the return, it's Haskins. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Chargers take over.
The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Like the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Motioning left is Johnston. First and 10. Here's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable. And it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Herbert from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down from the 41. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Herbert throwing again. No better luck than the last play, Buck, as he just has to get rid of it.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line, ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. He's back to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this. He'll throw it. Throwing this for the end zone. And that's incomplete in the end zone. Could have been 6 points, but as that one falls, Brock, instead just a turnover on downs. So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the 3rd quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime report. It's just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. First half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. On the return, here comes Davis. Jukes away from one. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Chargers and wide receiver Lamb McConkey set for another drive. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Shotgun give to Hampton. And he reaches the 35 before going out. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Again, it's Hampton. And in a blink, they're to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
First and 10, Herbert. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it and nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
5. 3rd down now, Jaguars going nickel. Throwing now, Herbert. That one's good to McConkey. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Dumps it off to his running back. Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Herbert to throw once more. Finds the in route complete. Well, this certainly makes the 3rd down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. Gain of 10 right up near that marker now.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. There he is on 3rd and short. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That's another.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Running it with Hampton. He's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Offense to the line, 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Cutting the goal line. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take the lead right away in half number 2. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first one. You just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. It puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead.
Jaguars 20.
All lined up and ready to boot it away. Tootin now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 line. The Jaguars and Brian Thomas Jr. ready for another drive on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Haven't been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate. I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
New set of downs from 37. First and 10, it's Lawrence. Dumped off to his running back. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
to figure out now. Throw here, third down. Here comes the screen for Etienne. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Gain of 6. And the Jaguars first.
Dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, okay? Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he's going to have this one down to the 37th. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
That's another Jaguars first down.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
We've set it down from 37. First carry now. This is Bashal 2. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Brought down the effort by Derwin James.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Counter give to Etienne. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6. That's good for Jaguars first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards.
When you get that jet sweep to the outside, you have to. You have to get vertical. There is just too much team speed in today's NFL if you don't go north and south.
All right, a couple yards. Brock, time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. This time it's a passing play. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 12.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Here's Etienne on first down. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Jaguars first down. First down and goal to go.
Etienne takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars grab the lead on their first series of the half. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jaguars push their lead to 3.
Jaguars 27, Chargers 24.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On the return, here comes Davis. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. Bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. And send a receiver left. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Gets it downfield, on target to Ganson. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st and 10. Here's Hampton. And that carry only gets one on the plunge up the gut.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate. And that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Back to Hampton. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? They'll throw 3rd and long. Downfield, and he has McConkey. And their next step is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. A 28-yard pickup there. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Chargers.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They pitch it out to him here. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up first and goal.
10 more yards.
I think it's so easy for us up here in the booth or sitting on the couch watching at home wondering, why? How do those guys fall for that misdirection? But on the field, that play has been so fast and the execution so high for that offense to get a big-time run.
Herbert from the gun. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. So they fire for the end zone on first down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on second and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Herbert now. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Trying to sneak is Herbert. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chargers take a 3rd quarter lead. Justin Herbert with the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Dicker on now for the PAT.
Extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead.
Chargers 31, Jaguars 27.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This is Allen to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Jaguars down running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second. On the ground to begin this drive with Etienne. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
26-yard line.
Well, nothing nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. Getting out to his left. A lot of space ahead. Lawrence goes into a slot before that hit can arrive with enough for a first down.
That's good for Jaguars. First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. On play action now, Lawrence. Going deep here for the end zone. And no one had a shot at that. It's out the back of the end zone, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Kate, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Once again here, 2nd and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a first down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Jaguars football. They trail, but it's still within reach. Third and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Gain of 6. And the Jaguars.
Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection we see with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
First down throw, Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Here's Lawrence. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Hits him on the out route. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outlet beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the air, Lawrence. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Again, it's Lawrence to throw. Cut at the 10-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll run, ETN. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
2nd and goal from the 9 here. Myers, the motion man here. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Rose count.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that's way too much risk for that reward.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. And he will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 4th-quarter lead. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB that short slant to the goal line.
Is to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars push their lead to 3. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On the return, it's Haskins. This makes it up to the 25. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. gets into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Throw left side, grabbed by Allen. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Heads out on a bootleg. Complete here to Hampton. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. They're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
Second and 10. Need something positive here. Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't get it to a Rondé Gadsden the second. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact if you couldn't do it.
He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. J.K. Scott will kick it away. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. The Jaguars, down running back Travis Etienne, trotting back out to the field. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. Doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. From the gun, Etienne gets it. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. New set of downs for him from the 31. Tootin on 1st and 10. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Tootin. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Third and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Got his man. Thomas has it. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Jaguars have a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
I love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They go right back to Etienne. Makes the tackle. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. And that one goes for a gain of 11. That's good for a Jacksonville first down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Etienne again. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Run down at the 23-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Lawrence to throw it. Short pass caught by his tight end. Ooh, before he can find any yards, he finds that sideline instead. That's going to bring up 4th down.
I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on 3rd down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success.
Cam Little now in a high-pressure spot. This from 40 on the right hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them the lead, but a touchdown still ties it. Likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Jaguars. On the return, it's Haskins. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert back to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field. But they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
The huddle, it's 2nd down now. Herbert from the gun. Into the hands of Gaston, complete. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has it left side block, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. I'm going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. And they were able to contribute. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Now a give to ETN running right. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. It's a pickup of 26. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
That's good for our Jaguars. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Lawrence with it on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front and gave the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Man downfield, and Myers has it. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're 1st. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Here's ETN. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. This is ETN. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone. Now get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout. So the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Motion man sent left. He's back to throw. Oh no, the ball is loose. Picked up by the Chargers. And they can't cobble a return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That 2nd and 3rd level defenders did their job, and what did it do? They free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
The Charger offense making its way to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Chargers trail by 6. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That's good for a couple of yards. And that's going to give the Chargers a 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
The time is there, but the timeouts are not. Got to be smart. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Completed to his running back. And he'll have a 4-yard gain on that one. He's taken down at the 44.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks. A little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Setting up to pass. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
The time is there, but the timeouts are not. Gotta be smart. It's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. On the move, past the 40. And they make the stop. I'm going to say about the 37-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Herbert throwing again. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. You got one hand on it. He gets 2, it could have gone the other way.
Seventh play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. Throwing now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't find Oronde Gadsden the second on that throw. And now they're left with 4th and short.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Desperation time here. That one's good to McConkey. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. It's Herbert once more. And he's got it in close. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here he goes, one final shot. And with no time left, they make the connection in the end zone. Touchdown! And now they can win this game.
Touchdown.
I still can't believe they actually did it, Brock. One final play, and they get the tying touchdown. And now they can win it right here.
Y'all want to joke about the NFL being scripted? Ah, fine. Fine, go ahead. Because it's hard to beat this kind of script. Such an incredible finish to this game. And all they need now, like you said, is that point after touchdown.
Everything comes down to this kick. And the kick is up, and it's good! The win on the line, and he knocks it through. So the Chargers take this one on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
Okay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chargers as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.